It's Dr. Gerstmar from Inspire Natural Health. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you happen to be listening to this. I hope you're having an absolutely stellar day. Today, I want to talk about habits. Yes, habits. Habits are the things that drive our success or our failure largely in life. Of course, not everything is under our control. That's true. But the things that are under our control largely come down to our habits. Because whether it's in health, wealth, or relationships, other aspects of your life, what you do on a day-to-day basis is the largest predictor of the results you're going to get. So when it comes to health, a lot of us like to focus on big, splashy things like I'm going to do this elimination diet for 30 days, or I'm going to, take the supplement. I'm going to do this cleanse. I'm going to do this big thing, looking for big results. And those can give us big results, but typically in the short term. The long term is more based on the habits that we do day in and day out. So when I'm recording this, it is January of 2020. Whenever you happen to be listening to this, this may be soon, or it could be a long ways off. So hello from January of 2020. All right, so listen, it's January of 2020. It's a little after New Year's resolutions. You may or may not have picked any New Year's resolutions, but January typically is a good time to look back at the year before and the results that we got. Did you get the results that you were looking for from the past year? If you're listening to this at some other time, just think back 6 to 12 months from whenever you are and think about whether you got the results that you're looking for. Again, health, wealth, or relationships, or any other aspect of your life. Are you happy with where you're at? If the answer is no, then we need to look at making some changes. Now, one of the mistakes we make when we think about that, maybe we get pumped up by motivation and we want to make big, huge changes, or we want to make a lot of changes. There may be a lot going on in your life that you'd rather were different. And so maybe you need to change a whole bunch of things in order to get the results that you want. Now, that's normal and natural, but what almost all of us have found out is it's a surefire way to failure. What I'd like to challenge you with is over the next 12 months, what if you made 6 changes? Just 6 changes. And if even 6 changes sounds like too much for you right now, what if you made 2 or 3 changes, right? In 6 to 12 months, if you made 2, 3, or 6 changes, things could look quite different for you than they look now. So we're going to go with 6 changes. If that feels like too many, just think about 2 or 3 or even 1. Heck, if 12 months from now you made 1 change, that would build upon and it would start to change where you are now towards where you want to go. But let's take 6. Now, you have heard all of this, how long does it take to build a habit? And you can find a zillion different things. Well, it's 7 days, or it's 60 days, or it's 100 days, or 30 days, or whatever. The reality is twofold here. Okay, the first is that how quickly someone builds a habit is in direct proportion to how much they like the habit. You can slog away at something, going to the gym when you hate going to the gym for a long time, grit your teeth every time you have to go, and it's going to be a long time, if never, for that to become a habit. On the other side, you find out that you absolutely adore swimming. Say, you love getting to the pool. It fills you with excitement and joy. How long is it going to take for swimming to become a regular habit for you? And the answer is not long at all. So part of the reason that we see so many different quotes on how long it takes to build a habit is partly because it doesn't take into account how much the person actually enjoys doing the thing. The more you can find joy in the habits that you want to build, the faster you will build those habits and the easier you will build those habits. Now, having said that, we like to put an approximate on it of 60 days because the reality for most people, as long as they're not doing something they absolutely detest doing, if most people can keep up a habit for 60 days, for most people, it will become fairly routine at that point. So while it can vary wildly depending on how much you actually enjoy doing the thing, we generally put a 60-day time frame on it because for most people, one, they won't keep doing something they absolutely despise for 60 days, and two, for the most part, if they can keep doing it for 60 days, they will start to, keep that habit ingrained and get success in turning that action into a habit. So if we take that idea of 60 days, that's where the idea of 6 habits for the year comes from. Because instead of trying to do 6 habits all at once, what if you just took one habit? So you've got a lot of good ideas, a lot of motivation about what you want to be doing. Great. You feel like just let's tackle it. Let's change diet. Let's change exercise. Let's change sleep. Let's change all of these different aspects of our life. Instead, what if we simply took one of those things? Which one of those things either A, excites you the most, or B, do you feel like would make the biggest difference for you? Pick that one habit, work solely on that one habit for 60 days, and then move on to habit 2. So if we did that, we could put all our time, all our energy, a little bit of money as necessary, into working that one habit, use everything we've got on that one habit, right, for 60 days, work to ingrain that habit, and then turn to habit number 2. 60 days later, habit number 3, habit number 4, habit number 5, habit number 6. So we could close a 12-month period having worked on 6 different habits. Does this guarantee each of those habits is going to work? No. But again, what if you tried to make 6 habit changes over the next year and 3 of them, let's be conservative here, 3 of them stuck? You would end the year having 3 new good habits. Would that change your life? Yes. Would that maybe get you all the way to where you want to go? No. But remember, again, for most of us, for all of us, life is a marathon, not a sprint. So if you could only get 3 solid habits into your life this next year, and the year after that, you could get 3 more, and the year after that, 3 more. Well, gosh, in 2, 3, 5 years, your life would look very, very different from how it looks now. I certainly am. I hope you are looking to be alive 5, 10, 20 or more years from now. So the homework, the goal, what I'd like to challenge you on is, do you think you could make 6 changes, 6 habits over the next 12 months? If the answer is yes, let's pick one. Just start with one habit. What is the habit that A, you like the most, sounds the most enjoyable, you would look forward to doing? And or B, what is the habit that you think would make the biggest change in your life? Keep it small, keep it simple, focus on one thing at a time. It's not like, well, I'm going to completely change everything about the way that I eat. That is a thing, but it may be a bit too big. Focus on a modest change that you feel is doable for you. Work on that one change alone for the next 60 days, and then move on to the next piece. All right, folks, that is it for me today. Talking about knowing what to do, talking more about habit change, talking about the principles of health and the principles of disease. What I need you to do next is go to the website, www.aspirenaturalhealth.com/book. www.aspirenaturalhealth.com/book and pick up my best-selling book, The Clear Path to Health. In it, I've taken over 10 years of working with clients, taken literally tens of thousands of hours, hundreds of thousands of dollars spent on education and continuing education, and again, over 10 years of working with clients, and I've distilled it down in a way that shares that information with you so you can understand what you need to do to get healthy and stay healthy. Again, all you need to do is go to aspirenaturalhealth.com/book and pick it up today. All right, folks, that is it for me today. Until next time, take care.